What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video. This is the Missy's Building Guide Part 2. We are just about done, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the people that have been following the Missy's Building Guide and their results. So I showed you guys like 3 or 4 people's cities so far. I'm going to show you guys CPTs. Then we've got Obso. He's also done excellent. Bree and Tanya, excellent. Okay, so CPT, he is my star graduate. He hasn't graduated the contest of mayors, but he's done everything really well. Now, when he first started the Missy's Building Guide, it was back when the airport assignments were still in play. So he does have those airport homes built on his map. You are not going to do that following the new guide. You're just going to do regular residential homes only. He has his whole entire city lined. He's got his 3 red roads, all 4 pointers along the back, and he's got all gold epics here, all 5 slot factories, and all shops maxed out. He is like, I think he's 2 or 3 upgrades away from max storage, and he's just done fabulous. Now, the last couple of months, he's just been kind of playing the contest of mayors, really. He's had all this stuff done for like 4 months now. So basically right now, he's at the point where he's just remaining level 24 and winning the contest of mayors as much as he can. Almost every single person that I've shown you has all 4 Max's Manors. He does have all 4. Let's see if we can find him here. So he's got the 1, 2 there. Let's see, where's the 3rd? Where'd you put it, CPT? I know you got it. I know you got it. There it is. There's the 1. 1. So he's got 4 of them there. 1, 2, 3. 1 here. 1, 2 here. And then the 1 down there. Okay. So that's $15,000 in Sims cash, and he's only spent $4.99 a month on the season pass. That's all he spent. He also has, these are his war cards as far as like upgrading goes. Again, not spent anything. He doesn't play war avidly. It's just for the contest. And he won, I think he won this week, if I remember right. I don't know, I'd have to ask him. It was kind of an odd week. I can't remember if he won or not. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple other people. So Bree and Elle had to battle against each other this week in terms of the contest, but they both came within 700 points of each other. So that was interesting. Elle won, and Bree won last week. I don't know if Bree won. I think Bree won last week. Bean won last week, and Sydney won this week. Tanya won this week, and we've had a lot of group members kind of battling against each other, so it's been interesting. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to go to TK's map. This is Tanya. She's the moderator on my YouTube channel here, and she's pretty much almost always on my stream. Okay, so let's see. She has been playing for 3 seasons, following the Missy's Building Guide. She has a maxed out map. She's got 4 pointers lining the back of her city. She's won Mega a couple of times, but she's only been in my comm training course for, I want to say, 3 weeks now. This will be her 3rd week. She's got her 3 red roads set up, all 5 slot factories, all maxed out shops. And I believe she's purchased 3 or 2 maxes. This might be her 2nd or 3rd. I'm pretty sure she does not have her 4th yet, but she's working on her 4th. I know that Bree got her 4th maxis this morning or yesterday, so she's doing great there. Okay, so we're going to go to Bree's map. But this is my point, you guys. You do not need to remain a low level in order to be successful. That's what I'm showing you here. I'm showing you these people have participated in 2 or 3 seasons and look at how much they've accomplished. You are holding yourself back if you do not speed level up to level 24. Because you're not joining a group, you're not earning war cards, you're not winning mega, you're not buying your maxes, you're not doing your epic projects. I mean, you're basically just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, upgrading storage, which is what you could be doing, and getting everything else accomplished. So you're holding yourself back in so many ways. It's really going to hurt you guys, man. I mean, it's not an irreversible damage, meaning all you're really doing is just wasting time. Whereas, like, if you were to, let's say if you were to, like, speed level, like, level 30, that's irreversible damage. You know, you screwed the city up. But I promise you will not screw your city up if you go to level 24. If you exceed level 24, that's where you start to have issues. But right now, what I'm trying to show you is that you will accomplish more if you go to level 24 now, rather than twiddle your thumbs and try to max out your storage at, like, level 11 or below level 18. It's not necessary at all. And I wouldn't be saying that if I wasn't accurate. All of these players have their VU tower almost to level 8 or higher, or even maxed. I know CPT's is maxed. Let's see here. Sandrine, she is now level 27. She has completed the Missy's Building Guide and done fabulous in my comm training course. She's no longer in comm training because she pretty much, I mean, she didn't really graduate, but she basically said, okay, I know enough to kind of fly solo since you have a lot of other people that need your help more. And then if she has questions, she hits me up. She's been a great member on my channel. Anybody here who hasn't already, hit that like and subscribe button because it really does help me. You know, there's not a lot of ways that you guys can give back to me for, you know, me helping you, but that's basically the way that you can give back to me is to hit that like and subscribe button, comment on the video. It makes the monetization go up and it allows my videos to be seen more frequently. So it really does help me out. Even just liking it and a brief comment, just to subscribe makes all the difference. So go ahead and, you know, do that and I won't have to beat you up. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Obso, he's one of the members in my group. He's done fabulous as well. Level 24. He's always helping in the group, like all the time. Doing really, really well. Again, 5-slot factories, all maxed out everything. Pretty much completed the Missy's Building Guide. All 4-pointers along the back of his wall. Maxed out beach. Maxed out land. He has been doing epics, but he hasn't done, you know, a whole bunch. It looks like he's done 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, he's got quite a few there, but he's not quite finished just yet. So he's got that to work on. And clearly he's winning mega because he's got, he just started comm training, I believe, 2 weeks ago. He's not an avid trainer. He more or less just kind of updates me, and I give him the green light or the red light. And you know, he's not like super trainee. You know, it's basically just kind of glance over his decisions at the end of the week kind of thing. Give him some pointers. Some people I train more avidly than others. Okay, so who else do I got? Now I'll show you a high-level player. This person's been playing for about 6 years. They've got about 3 grand into the game. And they've got several regional maps unlocked. And this is not a knock at this person. She's been an excellent member of my group. She's been really loyal to me. You know, she's been a good group member, a good friend. It is just my way of showing, you know, the difference between a high-level player and a low-level player and what you put in and what you get in return. She is not max storage. Her land is not unlocked, and she hardly has any 4-pointers. She can't win the contest, and it's just all around miserable. It's not a knock at her, it's a knock at the game. Winning at her level is not beneficial. Even if she could place first in Mega, it would cost her more than it would benefit her, by far. And so this is what I mean when I say, if you don't restart, you don't have opportunity. This is what it looks like to be a high-level player, okay? It's going to be impossible for you to do much of anything. And if you want to play or have anything, like when new buildings come out, if you want to have keys or whatever, you basically are screwed. You know, you have to pay cash for a lot of this stuff, and you end up miserable because you don't have space for anything. Your epics end up harder than hell because think about how many of you have a difficult time prepping with max storage at level 24. Imagine having 10 times the items unlocked. I mean, think about this for a minute. Look at this. Look at how many items. About the only thing in here that an epic does not ask for is a couple of these factory items like metal or whatever and nails. But look at all these items. I mean, that is ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? So then you have to take into consideration all the other items that you have to manage around your inventory, like war items, airport items, you know, beach and mountain, which, yeah, you sell off the beach, you sell off the mountain. But, you know, VU and things like that, it's hard to juggle all this stuff. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of these players that I've shown you today don't have feeders. Okay, I know Sydney doesn't. I know CPT doesn't. I'm pretty sure that Obso doesn't. I don't think Sandrine does. I know that several of my other people that used to be in my group didn't. I've got like 10 other people that I've trained up that do excellent, that are in other groups, that did my Missy's Building Guide, all without feeders. And the ones that have feeders actually ended up taking longer because I think what the reason for that is that the feeder city, although it has its benefits, it also has its downfalls. And you end up spending a lot of time searching on your feeder and dealing with what goes on your feeder that you kind of neglect your main account more than you normally would. Whereas for your main account, all these other people are so focused on one city that they seem to actually be more productive. It depends on the situation, depends on the city level, and it depends on the person, of course. I'm not saying that a feeder city does not have its perks, but it does have its faults as well, you know. So outweigh your options and see what you have going on. Okay, I think that pretty much concludes most of everybody. She used to be in my comm training course a long time ago. I haven't spoke to her in a while. She was doing really well, and I think she still plays. I think I still see her on the SimCity Buildit community. Let's see how she's doing. Yeah, it looks like she might not even be playing, 'cause it looks like she hasn't done a whole lot. I don't know. Interesting. But she had started off, maybe she restarted, not sure. Because I know that she was having some trouble. I had Belle and Tim. They were in my group for a while and in my comm training. They just fell off out of nowhere. But, you know, they did really, really, really good. I don't know if they're still watching my channel or not. But if they are, they can reach out to me. And let me know how they're doing. That would be nice. Okay, so, let's see. Who else? Let me just double check and make sure, and then we'll wrap this up here. So, as you can see, just about everybody in here is level 24. One of those is my feeder city. A couple of these people are new. One is Bree's daughter. Oh, Bean and Taizo. Both of them are also doing really, really well. I don't see or hear from them as much as the others, so I don't know exactly, you know, as far as like comp training goes, like how they're doing, but I'm going to go to their map and just kind of double check everything. So Blue here, which is Taizo, she's got max land. Looks like she's won at least once or twice at the minimum. I don't know. I haven't talked to her about that, so looks like she's doing good. She's got her epics done. All 5 slot factories, all maxed out shops, and it looks like she has participated in only 3 seasons. So you guys are kind of seeing a pattern here. Everybody's got roughly the same amount accomplished and the same amount of time played with all of these stats, and they all play at different amounts of time, but for the most part, they're all avidly active players. Now, I know that some of them, they work full time or whatever. As long as you're consistently checking in on your game, you can make a lot of progress. I know a lot of people think that it's super hard to max out your storage if you go past level 10, but that is simply not true, okay? I've tested this on several feeder cities. I've looked at the algorithms. I've counted the refreshes. I've looked at the depots, and you need to take into consideration how many of the rares that you're obtaining through opinion bubbles, group members, contest and mayor stuff, side passes. A lot of this stuff really doesn't come from global, and when it does, most of it comes from gift boxes or secondary items. What that means is when you click on the HQ, this is the algorithm that SimCity is controlling. This is what you see. So every 30 seconds, you do a refresh, right? Now, once you click on an item and you travel to that person's city, you see every item that they have posted. So it doesn't count as an algorithm if you're obtaining most of your items as a secondary purchase, right? So the game is controlling what you see on this screen. So what you need to do is you need to count how many refreshes it takes before you see a rare in this area here, okay? So, it's really important that people realize where their rares are coming from. People start saying things like, I got this many rares this day on this particular level. But you have to look at how those rares or items were obtained versus how many. People are looking at the overall result, but they're not looking at where those results came from. That's like saying, well, 1 million people died from COVID, right? But look how many people had underlying issues or, died from other complications due to COVID. Or maybe they died from something else and you can't actually pinpoint it on that. It's the same general concept with this. You're saying, on my level 10 city, I obtained this many rares, and on this level city, I obtained this many rares. But you have to look at how those rares are being obtained before you can determine what the algorithm is and what it isn't, basically. Okay, so as far as the Missy's Building Guide goes, speed level to 24, do everything that we've talked about in this particular video, and you'll be good to go. And when you get to level 24, you can definitely have this time where you can take it to, god damn, quit hitting the bump, man. So, you guys, sometimes I drive when I do my videos when I don't have a lot of screen time or whatever. And those bumps along the freeway? I have a really good mic. It's probably picking. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but see? Can you hear that? I feel like you can respond to me. God, I'm so stupid. Okay. Anyways, the point is don't be afraid to level up. Okay? It's not going to make or break you. That is the point. Now, the next piece of advice I have is make sure that you are saving your keys. So you need to buy the least amount as possible. Hang on. You need to buy the least amount as possible to boost your population. Absolutely. But other than that, you're going to save them for epic pointers. You want to use as little as possible to get the epic pointers that you need for the category that you need. But here's the thing. What you don't want to have happen is you don't want to be in a position where limited time stuff comes up and you've purchased a bunch of stupid stuff that you don't need, that is there all the time. So oftentimes categories go on sale. We get double points on epic weekends and things like that. So it's super important that you keep a well-stocked amount of keys for those limited time purchases. if you see something that you like that's a limited time offer, you should get it because it may never come back around. Okay? And that's what those coins and keys and cash should be utilized for. Always make sure that you have enough cash to compete in Mega the next week. And try to make sure that you don't have any accidental purchases. If you're somebody that does have accidental purchases, keep them uncollected, as much as you can. For instance, when it comes to the contest of mayors, you're going to want to keep any pass rewards uncollected for as long as you can. Now, these pass rewards and the VU pass rewards automatically get added to your inventory, okay? But the side pass rewards have a tendency to not get added to the inventory if they're uncollected. So let's say that you forget to collect your pass rewards, the game automatically adds them. And then it alerts you and it tells you which ones it added. But for some reason, like 2 or 3 times now, the side pass has not added what it should have. I tested it with the coins. So just be aware of that, okay? Now, when it comes to your tokens, you're going to want to leave those, like, for instance, you have a maximum of 35 tokens that you can collect when it comes to collecting them off the top of the houses. But you can have more than 35 tokens if you win them. So let's say that I get 10 tokens from the contest of mayors. It'll allow me to exceed that 35 limit because I won them. But I won't be able to collect any of the token pieces off the top of my house until I use until I drop below 35. So what I don't do is I don't collect the tokens that are in the pass, because if I collect the tokens that are in the pass, then it's going to exceed my limit and it ends up wasting the tokens on top of my house. I can wait until the pass is over and collect them. And then usually what I do after the pass is over is I burn through a bunch of tokens, making a bunch of money at the end of the contest. So that's something that, you need to keep in mind. Another good tip to finding rares, especially for you low-level players, you get a lot of your rares from opinion bubbles. So what you can do is you can move your parks and education and things around, and it'll get the Sims to talk. Just picking it up and placing it down and moving things around will get them, the opinion bubbles to start to pop up a whole bunch, okay? So do that and you'll start getting some rares. Now, make sure that you're watching your video ads, you're clicking your bubbles, you're collecting your gifts from each city, and then make sure that you're visiting Daniel's city every 24 hours because he usually has at least one rare item. Make sure you buy everything he has up every 24 hours, as it's a good way to make a little extra coin. He posts everything at base price. So no matter what it is, purchase it, resell it for max. It's an excellent way to get a little extra coin. Okay? Okay. So that pretty much concludes everything that we got going on here. You're going to want to do your time discount upgrades as needed, but don't put yourself broke for them, okay? Just a lot of people really worry way too much about the happiness early on. You're going to want to worry about the population when it comes to the contest and when it comes to getting those 5-slot factories. But you should be able to easily boost it with the transportation and the parks, okay? All right. So that, like I said, pretty much concludes that. When it comes to landmark or landscape category, it's okay to start designing, but you want to be careful how much of your resources you spend, like I said, because of the limited time stuff. Keep in mind that around the holidays, there's probably going to be side passes and limited time offers. So when it comes to buying stuff on the global market or saving any kind of currency, it's advised that if you know there's a holiday coming up, that you keep that in mind. Also, always look at the pass, okay? In the passes, what you'll notice is the game has, it's kind of like a weather report for rares. When you have items such as storage or dozer in the side pass, you'll start to see the global market, it starts to get flooded with dozer or VU or whatever, and people start thinking, wow, I've seen a lot of VU. And then you look and it's like, yeah, everybody hit that part of the pass this week. That's right around the time everybody would have hit that. And then you start to learn that pattern. One of the best times to farm for rares is right after the contest of mares ends. The first day after the contest is an excellent day to farm and make coin, okay? That, like I said, pretty much concludes it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this posted, and hopefully that cleared everything up for you guys. If I left anything out, there will be an update video. But the updates from the original Missy's Building Guide to this is the fact that we now have a VU pass. You can play the Contest of Mayors at level 11. You have no more war chest tasks. The launch VU task is less likely to spawn a 3K assignment. So you want to clear that 1K VU, but you don't want to clear it as frequently as you used to. You don't want to upgrade any homes besides not regular homes, and that you want to convert all epic homes into gold, which was still the same, and that pretty much covers it. I'm pretty sure that that is all the updates that I have for you guys. Okay.